Suddenly one night, I realized that, surfing and athletics and going to parties and boozing it up and, just the whole trip of life wasn't getting it, Just all of a sudden it was empty. My life, I realized my whole life was empty.
People around my age, they usually think that what they're looking for can be found through drugs. I myself was one of them at one time. I had always been looking for something. I didn't know what it was. And I turned to drugs thinking that I would find it. Anything that was out of reality, anything that would change the state of my mind, seemed to be what I was really looking for. Only I never realized how mistaken I was.
And I found myself going into the cults. Edgar Cayce, flying saucers, drugs, marijuana and LSD, metaphysical meditation, hypnotism, all the different things that went along with the mystics. And it just wasn't quite enough for me. I kept on searching and searching, and I started becoming what you'd call a matured sinner. And as I started getting deeper and deeper in sin, I felt a real need in my life to find reality, to find reality, to find reality, to find
I stopped taking drugs when I finally found the Lord, because the Lord is reality. The Lord is where it's at. Drugs just can't do it for you.
Well, to solve all my problems, to get out of drugs, I'd had enough of that. I'd had the college, I'd had the earning the money and the material trip. I just decided I was going to find a new way of life. And so I took off on my bicycle, pedaling up Highway 1, and found myself one day in Eureka, California, where I met some Christian brothers and sisters. And they were just walking around in the street, and I happened to drive by them in my bicycle, and they said, "Wait a minute, why don't you come over and talk to us?" So I pulled over my bike and got off and said, "How do you do?" And they really, welcomed me very warmly and shook my hand, and some of them even came up and hugged me, and I was really surprised at all the love they had and all the joy and peace and everything they had in their lives. And so that night they brought me to a church and told me about Jesus Christ and how I could have a personal relationship with Him, the Son of God. And they gave me this opportunity, and they just said, "It's yours for the taking. If you want it, you can have it." So I said, "Well, isn't there any big thing I have to do?" And they said, "No, all you got to do is ask Him into your life." So at that time, that night, I asked Christ into my life. And I'll tell you, it's been a joy ever since. He's given me everything I've always wanted. He's given me peace and joy and life and just everything. He's given me a way I could express myself. And He showed me that He is the only Son of God. He is life.